Oh, I really do love that.
I'm still bopping.
Yeah, I really, really do love. I think I'm going to leave that image up. Actually, it's got counting across the bottom when there's just the two of us here. Yeah. Although my eyes do look a little bit terrifying, glaring over the top of us. Yeah, that's going.
Well, that's right. I was trying to think what percentage of those toys actually have.
Go with that one. Yeah, we'll go with that one.
Go with that one. That's quite chilled. Yeah.
Good evening, Andrew. How are you? Oh, we've got chats already.
We've got lots of chats already. Lots of
Yes, we have. Hello, Buford.
Hello, Buford. The early Buford, not the late Buford.
Joe, I thought you were watching a film called The Children, which it says on the front. He shared a picture of it on Facebook. Tonight's movie, it says. Okay. It's called The Children, and on the front of the case it says best horror film of the year, The Children. It's like, yes, they are terrifying. Hello, Josh. How are you? And Patrick.
I can only have one at once.
Getch 27. Okay, I'm not sure who you are.
No.
Hello there.
Hello there.
Imagine watching this intro on LSD.
I think that intro took LSD.
Yeah, it's designed to make you feel like you're on LSD. Hello, it's James, isn't it? Hello there. How are you doing, sir? Since this morning when I saw you. Nix, hello. Council. Oh, Nix, there we go. The Council of Two. Yes, it's just the two of us today.
Just the two of us.
Has anyone seen the Captain Scarlet episode Attack on Cloud Pace? Just finished it today, and yes, it's by far the darkest episode in the show.
Well, if you must put your base of operations in the sky, I mean, duh. Might as well put your bullseye on yourself, haven't you? Really? Let's face it.
Well, I've never seen it. I don't know what you're talking about.
What, Captain Scarlet?
Well, no, I've never actually seen an original episode of Captain Scarlet. Saw the first episode or two of the new CGI. What new? Ooh. New? It's probably 15 years old now, isn't it?
The old new, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Darth Gareth, says Buford.
Darth Gareth.
Am I evil?
No, it's a t-shirt.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay, yes.
Yeah. He's representing for the dark side.
Yeah. Hello, Sean. He's got a circular picture today. Oh, he is. Mark. No, Andy's with me. Hello, Mark. Vinny. In fact, Mark, why aren't you with us tonight? Why aren't you with us? Richard's here.
There, but he's not here.
What are those in your thumbnail? Not thumbnail. Avatar, whatever you call it. What are they?
I'm not
That's
sure.
What she said. I'm sure she did. Hellos. Beetlejuice.
No, I'm planning Friday.
That's the fun over with. On with the show. Yeah. No, I haven't seen it yet.
Unsubbed.
I'm
undubbed.
I don't know if that's going to be a cinema trip for me.
But I have heard good things.
I've heard good things, and
but as with everything else, I'm trying not to watch too much before I go and see it.
Yeah. I don't mind the original one. It's not on quite the pedestal for me as it is for a lot of other people, but I do enjoy it.
You're not old enough, that's why.
Quite possibly. I think it's probably going to be one that I watch when it hits Netflix or Prime. And Mark's on sub, don't know why. There's supposed to be a Lego X-Mansion releasing November 1st. 10 figures. Wow. 300 something quid. You know, it's a good time to release an X-Mansion, actually, because there's quite a lot of people getting quite excited with the X-Men Marvel Legends. So, yeah.
Well, how rapidly are they going to integrate all the X-Men into the Marvel Cinematic Universe now? Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
It's a possibility now, isn't it? So...
Yeah. Dave, hello. Just hopping on briefly as we're having a date night in a bit. Oh, well, hope it goes your way. I hope it gets wet. Paul Harwell.
Soggy dates. You don't want soggy dates.
No, I didn't mean that. Hope something gets wet. Not busy, just don't like you. Yeah, I figured that. What's Richard say? The figures from a film called Psycho Gorman. I've heard of Psycho Gorman. I've not seen it, but I've heard of Psycho Gorman. Hellos? Original Beetlejuice's footnote watch on acid. Well, I couldn't comment on that one, so I shan't.
We'll take your word for it.
I'm multitasking.
No, he's not. He's multi-asking.
Multitasking.
The
The film's on Shudder or DVD and Blu-ray. Oh, is it now? Yeah, I don't have Shudder. I keep thinking about it though, because there will be a lot of stuff on there that I'd be interested in seeing. I'm going to watch BJ on streaming so I can pause the Jenna bits.
I think you might.
Mark, there's certain things that you say that you should really think about not saying. The actress may be of legal age, but she does play characters that aren't. Hey. Cheeky bakers.
If you say so.
Lily! Hello, Lily.
Lily.
Dirty man. I had a shower about time ago.
Daily.
In fact, I was in the shower exactly an hour ago. I was just about to get out of it. I think should I do a few weeks free trial? I might have to give that one a go. Although I always forget to cancel the free trials, so they're never free.
There is that.
I ended up paying for the Arrow one for about 9 months. Got to go. Well, it was nice having you here while you were here. I hope you get your chest pain.
Sorry, Sean.
Yeah. She's 21, still feels wrong. It does when Mark's in the age that he is. I won't say what age. You'd love to. You'd love to. You're normally first in the chat. Where have you been?
I know. He's tardy.
Me too, it's fine. She has a sex scene with Martin Freeman. Yeah. I think if it was someone Martin's own age or even older, that'd still be freaky. Nobody wants to see Troy Mealy. Yeah, nobody wants to see a sex scene with Martin Freeman. Yeah, we know who she is.
Yeah.
We know who she is.
That was the context in which she was being mentioned, Joe.
Yes, we know. Hello, Toy Dave. Is that going to be a thing with you two now when you both appear in people's chat? I didn't see the latest installments. I need to get around and catch up to that.
Was it on this weekend? I thought I looked for it and I didn't see it. But...
It was last week. It's every other week.
It's every other week. That would be one.
Every other week, and it follows the council. Or it's 2 weeks in advance, 1.5 weeks in advance of the council, I suppose you could say.
Indeed.
But I always know that the week that we've had a council, on the following Sunday, it's Toy You, Toy Me.
Yeah, makes sense.
Are you on Facebook, Andy?
Yes, I am, but I'm only myself. I'm not Excelsior's domain, so it's a bit more.
Yeah, he's unavailable to the likes of you.
I should think about that probably, actually. But yeah.
I did a 3-month trial at £1 a month, but that finished over a year ago. I'm still a member. That's me. That is me all over. It's like the universal greeting. What?
That's not the universal greeting.
Bana grana weep nimi bong.
Bawa grana. We need. I can't even say it tonight. I'm that tired. Bawa weep grana weep nini bong. There we go. Thank you.
There we are.
Let's do it fast. That's the trick. Yeah. There we go.
Oh. Yeah, I think when you was on last time, I was in the middle of watching a film with the kids, and I was like, I felt quite bad about telling them to get out of the living room so that I could watch you guys. So I thought I'll catch up later. I'm not Buford on Facebook. I prefer to be Buford. You messaged me the other day about the layer, didn't you? Yes.
It's like a superhero identity thing. Yeah.
Not to you, Gareth. What's not to me? Oh, I don't know. Forgive me tonight, anyway, ladies and gentlemen. I am actually quite tired. I didn't get home from work until 7 o'clock, which is when I jumped into the shower. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm pretty shattered, to be fair. Pretty shattered. And I've just realised when I set this up, I didn't credit the guy whose music I use for the intro, so I'm
yes.
probably going to get a copyright claim.
Gentlemen.
Andy, would you like to take over for a moment?
Yes, I will, sir, on that. Smooth segue while Gareth does copyright things.
And that's the thought, actually, Andy. That might be worth some copy and pasting later into your substream of this as well, just so you don't get a copyright strike.
I don't know how the description works actually, but yeah, I'll
just bear it in mind. Bear it in mind.
Yeah.
Inside YouTube stuff there, folks.
Indeed, yes, under the bonnet, as they say. So so one of the topics we thought we might have a chat about tonight is the return of Star Trek from Fan Home. They are not a company that I've used before, but they have in the past released a huge Enterprise D in bits, bit by bit, week by week. But they have acquired the same rights that Eagle Moss used to have, and they are releasing on a subscription basis, I believe, at least 20 issues of initially Federation starships for the most part, from the likes of Picard and so on. So the sort of the later ones that Eagle Moss didn't quite get to because they died, basically. So it's quite pricey. It's like 45 quid a month, I think, which represents a discount of about a tenner on trying to buy the ships separately, if you can get hold of them, of course. So subscribing would guarantee you the ship and the magazine and so on, which will be in a similar format to the Eagle Moss ones, I think, of old. So if you're not familiar, you used to get these sorts of magazines with Eagle Moss models, and you get quite a small standard sized model with most of them, but sometimes you've got bigger ones. You do have to pay more for the bigger ones. I don't know how that works on a subscription basis. I've never actually done that as a concept. But you'll get your models about a month earlier than everyone else does, trying to get them on the shops. Only available in the US and the UK though as well, which strikes shooting themselves in the foot slightly. But you can bet bottom dollar loads of people will take out multiple subscriptions and then hoof them abroad, basically, for an uplift, shall we say. So if you're not familiar with Eagle Moss models, I have some here that I prepared earlier. Now this is a standard old school Eagle Moss model, which was that was a Delta Flyer, and as you can see, it's about the length of the black stand that it sits on. But the ones that they're proposing to include in this magazine deal, I think, will be more this size. Now, this is the same scale black stand, but this, what could possibly go wrong, is a sort of a special issue-y sort of XL-sized Eagle Moss starship. So they're more likely to be this sort of chunky size, and they're die-cast, so they will be pretty solid. And they are historically of very, very good quality. Very, very accurate to the show, and they'll take the models from the CG designs wherever possible, which for Picard will be basically all of them. The Shrike will be coming out, the Titan will come out, Stargazer is coming out. Star Trek makes me hate being a geek.
Because you really, really like it, or because you really dislike it? I'm interested to know. Steve, hello.
Steve, hello.
TJ's with us as well. Hello, TJ. And hello to Lee as well. You don't normally hop in the chat. Where are you? There we go. But thank you for what you've said.
Fantastic. So yes, hence my subtitle to boldly go ? Because it's it's one of those ones where I'm sort of mulling it. It's like it's a lot of money each month, that just for the sake of getting them a bit early.
Hate it.
Hate it.
How can you hate Star Trek?
You hate all of Trek.
I would say that if you hate it all, it's because there's a certain Trek that you haven't found yet, because they are so different to each other. I think, not even including these days, I feel like there is a Star Trek for everyone.
No, I see where you're coming from there, actually. No, I get that. I do get that.
Yeah. You get your cheesiness of the original series. You get your prim and proper.
What you mean by that? Gareth.
Andy, you green-blooded goblin. Apparently, the
sorry.
original series is the best. Obviously, you got your prim and proper Next Generation. You got your quite grim and dark Deep Space Nine.
Space Nine.
You get your
Lost in Space, Voyager.
yeah, Voyager. I don't know where Voyager would fit. It's its own thing. It really is its own thing. And then Enterprise. Yeah. I do like me some Star Trek. And I'm not a fan of the original series. I do like some of the classic series films, though.
You like Enterprise? I think Enterprise was probably like your sort of entry Trek for you, wasn't it? Timing wise, I would imagine.
Oh no, I was already into Trek long before then.
Okay. You always seem to have a certain fondness for Enterprise, though, whenever it comes up. That's why I asked the question.
It's the underdog.
Yes.
It's the underdog. Everybody seems to hate Enterprise.
I don't hate Enterprise.
And I think it gets an undue amount of hate. So I kind of like to emphasize that I do like Enterprise. And I think it's one of the few Star Trek shows that finds its feet the quickest. Because usually it's a good 2 or 3 seasons before they find their feet. Obviously not the original series.
Yeah,
but,
I think you're right. I don't think it had a weak season, particularly. I mean, yes, okay, season 1, it was having to dance around the fact that it wasn't as advanced as Next Gen had been, but that's as it should be.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
but I think it found its feet by the end of season 1, and it hit season 2 running, and it didn't stop.
No,
it didn't stop until the last couple of episodes of season 4. And I sometimes wish that we never got that final episode.
Oh yes.
Why give you an episode just to kill someone off? Unnecessarily.
Also, wasn't that a Next Gen episode?
Yeah.
Or was that one before it? Yeah.
Yeah, it was on the Titan, wasn't it? Not seen much of Star Trek, but I can't say.
No, it was on the D. It was on the Enterprise D.
See that? Yeah. Was it? I thought it was on the Titan. Was it on the?
No,
on the D?
it was during the episode Pegasus from the Next Generation.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
If you want to be really specific.
DJ likes a bit of war. It's that Cornish pasty on his head that does it, isn't it?
And Mark immediately jumped in with what my question would have been there.
Lower decks?
No,
which part? Lower down? Best of both worlds. Yeah, best of both worlds is brilliant. Which bit of what?
Which bit of war?
I like that it makes other people happy, but it's not for me. If you can recommend something to check out, I will give it a watch. You know what? I'd say give First Contact a try.
Yeah. Don't disagree. Wrath of Khan would be an obvious one.
Mm-hmm. I think First Contact, I know it's one of those that does have things related to things that happen in the series, obviously, but it's referenced enough in the film so that you don't not know what's going on. No,
I mean of that era of the films, I think it's definitely the strongest one, I would say. Yeah.
And if anything, rather than make you worry about what you haven't seen, it might make you want to go back and see the bits you've missed. And that's it. That's actually what Mark's mentioned there. Watch Best of Both Worlds. Go back and watch that. It's essentially a TV movie. It's 2 episodes, and that in its own is pretty good as well.
Yeah, I think when I tried to introduce my lad to Trek, I think I actually showed him The Voyage Home because it was more comedic than most, and I think he kind of got the comedy factor from it, So it's still good Trek, but it's funny as well, which is.
I think Voyage Home might be my favourite of the original series films.
I rate Undiscovered Country.
I like Undiscovered Country. It used to be my favourite, but like you say, it's.
If I could spin around in my chair and say "Cry havoc," then I would.
Let's slip the dogs of war. Yeah,
I'd pay real money if he'd shut up.
Was Enterprise the 90s one? I'd say 2000s.
2000.
Yeah.
Loads of CGI in it. So yeah.
Yeah. Voyager and DS9 was 90s.
Yeah. Fairly late
DS9
90s as well, actually.
Yeah. Oh my.
Oh my.
Yes, that's the one with Scott Bakula, the guy from Quantum Leap. And
yes,
I always wanted an episode. They even got Dean Stockwell in one episode.
They did.
I always wanted an episode where Archer, Captain Scott Bakula, was acting really weird. And talking to someone beside him who's not there. I just wanted one really balmy episode like that, and then at the end of the after something's happened, at the end of the episode, he's back to normal, and it still makes sense.
If there wasn't an outtake of one like that, that's a shame. Actually, that's a missed opportunity.
It would have been amazing.
On a technicality, though, he can only travel within his own lifetime.
Yes, I know, but he never did get home, did he?
No, and by the end,
how do we know that something didn't happen later where he ended up being able to?
Yeah, and there was the suggestion that he could actually control his own leaps by the end as well.
Yes, so yeah, no, I just think it would have been brilliant, and it was a missed opportunity. Yeah, we covered that 3 times now, Gareth. Enterprise was back. Yes, it was.
It was indeed.
You've not watched
Star Trek. I have not watched Star Trek.
Don't watch Discovery.
You've only got about 10 years worth of watch time to catch up. I wonder how much footage there actually is.
Well, every season's a full 24 episode series, isn't it?
It's a lot of time.
Yeah.
Compared to modern series.
It's an awful lot. Yeah. Phil, hello there. How are you? Oh my goodness, how much chat is there?
They're a chatty lot tonight.
Popping off now. Take care, Dave. You've already done. Bye-bye. You're all talking to each other. I'll skip you all. The crossover show was awesome. Original Star Trek and Deep Space Nine. That was
Trials and Tribulations.
That was amazing.
Yes, very cleverly done. Very well played.
I like 4 and 6 most. 2 less memorable bits, but to me it's overrated.
Like, admittedly, Montalban was chewing the scenery something chronic, but 3-dimensional space combat. Oh yes, yes, me likey 3-dimensional space combat. Yes.
Yeah, I can never get over the whole. Captain, they're coming at us. We should raise the shields. No, it's all right. Captain, they're powering up their weapons. We should raise the shields.
Well, he did raise the shields then.
It'll be fine.
Too late.
Captain, they fucking shot at us. We should raise the shields. Oh no, we've been hit. Right, raise the shields.
No, in fairness, that's out of sequence, Gareth. You're being a bit harsh on Mr. Shatner there. I do like the bit where he says, "Lieutenant, you keep right on quoting regulations," because she was telling him, "Raise shields, Captain."
Watched part of the new Quantum Leap.
I haven't watched it actually.
You can't beat the original. We've got an interloper.
We've got Horace.
We've got an interloper. We've got an intruder. How did he get in? Go on, say it. Yeah, you can't beat the original, Vincent. Definitely can't, Vinny. Hello, Ed. How are you?
It's not Ed. It's Darth Lord of the Sith. Don't panic, everybody. No Jedi mind tricks will not work on me.
I'm still here. Yes, he did. Yes. There he is. Look at that.
Good evening.
He's
Ed
warm.
has 2 shiny helmets.
Now.
How are you doing?
You're going to look like you're frozen in carbonite in a minute. It's going to be 4 degrees up there in a second. Oh my
You know why he's here, don't you?
Pardon?
We know why you're here. It's because somebody said that Wrath of Khan is overrated and you've come to defend it.
No.
No.
Everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Even if it's wrong.
If it's wrong.
No.
I take it you haven't seen. No, we don't talk about the new quantum leap. There is no new quantum leap. There is no new quantum leap.
So what have you been
the-
chatting about then?
You see, Joe, I've not seen Lower Decks, but most people seem to think it's good.
I like Lower Decks. We've been talking about new ones of these coming out soon.
Yeah, the fan home ones.
Fan Home are starting up the Star Trek models on a stand bit again. Oops.
There's
Sorry.
not 48 seasons, is there?
It's possible. It's possible. Like you said, seven per Discovery, Strange New Worlds, Lower Decks.
Discovery
Animated
and Strange
series.
New Worlds don't have 7.
Not yet, no, but
Well,
when
Discovery
you add the
won't,
number
but
of
it's finished
series
at 5.
together. So 7 Next Gen, 7 Voyager, 7 DS9, that's 21 already.
Yeah.
TOS, what, 3 seasons? 24? So we're halfway there.
4 for
Enterprise 4.
And that's where it ends.
Strange New Worlds. Discovery had, what, 4? Lower Decks will have 5, at least, I think. When it
Really?
finishes. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
930 episodes over 48 seasons.
I just want to know where they get the 48 from.
Animated series, original animated series as well. A couple of seasons, maybe, of that.
Are they counting like that, those short treks as a season?
Possible. So what we had,
Well, apparently, to the information I've just found now, it says 12 television series make up Star Trek franchise. So we've got original series, animated series, Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, Enterprise, Discovery, Short Treks, Picard, Lower Decks, Prodigy, and Strange New Worlds.
Yeah.
All series in total amount to 930 episodes over 48 seasons of television. A lot.
21 days worth of Star Trek.
And that's if you don't sleep
Yeah.
at all.
Powers Unite. That's not fair. I'm not allowed with a mask on. You've killed off Gareth. Show me your Cerritos, Andy. Cerritos. Cerritos?
Personal question mark. All right.
Cerritos. Yeah. I'm not going to say what I thought he was going to do then. How are you doing then, Ed?
Splendid. How are you?
I'm very well, thanks. Jumpy said hello to you.
Good evening, Jumpy. I'm not too bad since I only saw you.
One of the ships is actually on this level.
Oh, well, that's quite large, is that? Oh, is that from Lower Decks?
That's from Lower Decks. That's the Lower Decks hero ship.
Okay.
Which was one of the last Eagle Moss XLs they released, actually, before they died.
Okay.
Where's the warp core held then? Is it in that little pod that's in between the
I
cells?
think it's somewhere down here. It's one of those hilarious ships where you sort of like, how the hell do they get from this bit to this bit?
I would assume there's turbo shafts inside
It's like the Oberth like that, I think, yeah.
Well, it's sad seeing every season of Star Trek. Wow.
No, that's just dedication. That's not sad.
You see, the thing is that the Oberth, it had the outriggers going down to the central.
Can I chat shit about Discovery? Everyone can chat shit about Discovery. I don't have to read it out there.
Central canoe, shall we say?
Yes.
Discovery is the worst Trek.
The navigational reflectors down there as well.
Yeah,
That'd probably look better if it was upside down.
Like that. Yeah. I mean, basically, you could easily fly like that, which does beg the question: why do all Star Trek ships align along the same horizontal axis always? Because they don't have to.
It does make you wonder though why it has no body.
Because these are supposed to be, these ships don't do first contact; they do second contact. So basically, they're the ancillary ships of the fleet. They do the boring jobs that none of the posher ships want to do.
Right.
So they haul cargo, they do maintenance, all the boring stuff. so they don't really have a big sign suite, so they don't need the extra sort of hull volume to do it, I guess.
Well, if they're hauling cargo, where do they put it?
Probably in this bit here.
But I thought that's where the warp core was.
I think there's a shuttle bay lurking around somewhere as well, as I recall.
I'm obviously putting more thought into this than what the designers did.
I think it's probably one of those designs that it was designed for its looks and its practicality is like maybe try to just fit it in afterwards. It doesn't look a very practical kind of starship.
No, I think the design of it is in itself a bit of a gag because it looks a little bit daft.
Yeah.
So which fits the whole Lower Decks ethos basically. But, it's not really. It doesn't take itself too seriously in that sense.
I mean, even for the Oberth class as a scientific vessel, it's not a great design. I don't think.
No, but the idea, I believe, was that you would put all your sensor suites into the canoe, so the canoe could sort of put different bits and bobs into it. So it could be, it could just do that basically.
Which again then restricts the size of your which again restricts your size of your warp core then because it has to be up in the saucer section.
Mm.
This is getting far too technical.
we like a bit of technical.
It's Lower Deck made by the same people that did Big Mouth, and if you haven't seen Big Mouth, Nick's highly recommends it.
Okay.
Sorry, go on. I thought it was more by the guys who did Simpsons and Futurama. It looks more like that.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, the people who are doing it are proper Trekkies as well.
Right.
Because their referencing is absolutely bob on. It's brilliantly done. If you know your Trek, there's a whole nother level to it.
It's the same people weren't involved with Discovery. What's everyone's best Star Trek? Phil's is Deep Space Nine.
I mean, I'm definitely a sort of a next gen era kid because I literally grew up with Trek, with next gen. I remember having very detailed discussions of how they were going to resolve the Borg cliffhanger in a physics class at school. The guy called Derek and I had very deep conversations about Star Trek like that. But I mean, I love Strange New Worlds. I think Strange New Worlds is doing a really good job of being quite traditional Trek, but in a newer style.
TJ's is anything with Worf. So DS9 would fit that.
But so would Picard.
It would. Oh, of course, yeah. That third series was really good. It's the only thing that lets it down is the fact that it was preceded by 1 and 2.
Yeah.
We get to series 2 of Picard, and that's not Picard because Picard's dead.
No, Star Trek's. Yeah, I don't know if I have a favourite.
Yeah.
It's the kind of thing that I can dip into. Well, sorry, the older stuff I can dip into. Like original series, Next Gen, DS9, Voyager, Enterprise. I can dip in at any point, in and out at any point, and enjoy them. I think there's something enjoyable to be found in each, of those particular series. I've not watched Strange New Worlds. I think I saw probably about half of a series of Discovery, the first season, and I've not seen. Is it Lower Decks? Is it you say it's called Lower Decks? Or Prodigy? Is it Prodigy? I've not seen.
Yeah,
that
there's Prodigy as well, of course. Yeah, I don't mind Prodigy either. Actually, of its sort.
So I mean, I'm sure there's a version of Trek for everyone. For everyone to enjoy. But yeah, I think I tend to just stick to the original Paramount or Desilu kind of stuff if you want to try and categorize it like that,
I do kind of agree with DS9, but it always leaves me a little bit bitter the fact that we never find out we never get any closure with Cisco.
No,
unless you choose to read books, but
he goes off to be with the prophets, don't they?
He does.
Yeah, but it's against his will.
But I think there is beta canon that resolves that. Hilariously, Lower Decks go to Deep Space Nine.
Oh, do they now?
Oh yes, and they do it really well. And it's brilliant. Sort of that for some reason they don't document it, and it's sort of just fly around it for a while. And it's like, and they do that, like the intro sequence for DS9. Then and they sort of reproduce it with the Ceratops just going kind of round and round. It's funny.
Oh, actually, there is one new Star Trek series that I do enjoy. The Orville.
I see what you did there. The Orville is. I do rate the Orville definitely as well. No seriousness, I actually do rate it a lot.
I've not seen Futurama since series 4. I think that had the episode that pretty much had all of the original cast short of Shatner.
Is Futurama still actually going?
It paused, didn't it? Then I thought they resurrected it for a bit, but I've no idea what its current status is.
Is that when Disney got it? They have a habit of resurrecting things.
I mean, it's like The Simpsons. Is The Simpsons actually still going? Is that still being made?
That's still going.
It is.
Yeah. Simpsons will never die. The Simpsons is foretelling the future on a regular basis as well.
It's interesting because even Simpsons fans tell me they wanted it to end 20 years ago, and they're desperate for it to end now.
Right.
But Disney don't like listening to the fans, do they?
Well, I mean, how long since is it that Disney bought Fox?
It's about 5 years now, 4 or 5 years.
Is that?
Could be. It could be.
Right.
Long enough to make at least one feature film. So
I don't know. I suppose the thing is, though, with The Simpsons, from the Disney point of view, it's a fantastic marketing vehicle.
Of course it is. Yeah.
You can sell. It'll just sell merchandise. Yeah, ad infinitum.
Okay, there we go. There is a connection.
Not so sure about Futurama. I don't think Futurama has ever had the following that Simpsons had. I don't think it ever gained the popularity that Simpsons
probably a bit
did.
smaller, small niche, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, I can remember when
season 3, Picard.
When Futurama first came out, it was a lot. I think it was a bit darker than The Simpsons. It was a bit more edgier, I think, than The Simpsons in some respect. I think it kind of went a bit further than what The Simpsons did. And then there was the other one that I don't know if it's related. I know it was Matt Groening or however you pronounce it, did it. What was it called? I don't know if it's still being made. It came out. Maybe did it come out 3 or 4 years ago? The mythical one.
Disenchantment or Disenchanted.
That's it. Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
I remember it appearing.
Yeah,
I think I watched it, but
I watched the first few. Yeah, I watched the first few episodes. Sorry, a few episodes of the first season, and that was quite near the knuckle on a few things.
Yeah. I think I managed an episode or two.
Hmm.
I didn't get much further.
But I don't know if that's still going.
Oh, take care, TJ. She's piddling off now. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, Nix is asking if we've picked anything up this week. Hopefully not Star Trek related. I think he's a bit sick of hearing about Star Trek by now. We've done 40 minutes of it, and he did say right at the beginning that he hates it.
This is definitely not Star Trek related. I've got some hookboo. I've got some doors for I'm replacing my Billy doors on my B bookcases that store my Star Trek stuff.
What you need is a poster behind you.
Yeah, I'm working on that. There you go. Look. Yeah, because these are narrower frames than the standard Billy bookcase doors, so I'm hoping it will give me a clearer view in.
Oh, Buford's got some street
sharks. I've still yet to get a street shark.
Cool.
I've seen them on occasion, but I'll do a gratuitous plug and show you another thing that I got recently that will appear in a video later this week.
Oh, go for it. It's not a little hovercraft, is it?
It's not a little hovercraft, no. It's Space 1999
Oh, nice.
Mark 9 Hawk warship
Cool.
of a flavour that did not appear in the series.
Oh, right. Okay.
In that, this is what arrived at the studio for them to shoot with. Well, not this one, obviously, but it was uncoloured when it arrived because it was supposed to be based on the Eagle. But then, as I suspected, as before I read the back of it, they decided they needed to colour it in order to distinguish it from the Eagles. So the ones in the show are slightly orangey, but this one, as it originally was white. So that will appear on Friday. You can get a close look at that on Friday when I celebrate Breakaway Day. I want to do a video on Breakaway Day, which I've never managed to do before. I checked. I went all the way back through my videos. I never actually managed to do a Space 1999 themed video on actual Breakaway Day. So there you go. Small.
When you do your Space 1999 video, would you be able to investigate the Eagle manufacturing facilities on Moonbase Alpha?
It is actually pictured in the tech manual, which I will also be looking at on that video.
Yeah, because obviously, from memory, I mean, I've not watched them for years, but from memory, watching Space 99 as a kid, there's a lot of Eagles get destroyed, but they seem to have new ones the next episode.
Yes. Phil, do you need an explanation of Breakaway Day, sir? I'm guessing that's a yes.
That's another question as well for you that you could pose on your Space 1999 video as well.
I've already recorded it. It's not live.
Do they discuss the ramifications of the actual of what would happen to the Earth now that the Moon is no longer in orbit?
No, they do not. But I think they do occasionally get the odd transmission from Earth on a sketchy basis to say it was all terribly bad and there were earthquakes, and then it all settled down again. But presumably they didn't have any tides left. I don't know. Right. Phil, the premise of the Jerry Anderson live-action 1975 set in space show Space 1999 was that the Moon was blown out of Earth's orbit by a cascading reaction of nuclear waste, having some sort of mysterious magnetic radiation chain reaction causing it to blow up in new and interesting ways. The Moon went spiraling away from Earth, somehow ended up going hyperluminal out and into the galaxy, and visited various interesting solar systems on its travels, occasionally bumping into and scraping the odd planet on the way, meeting lots of alien races that tried to blow it up, but basically kept going. And there endeth the plot summary of Space 1999. Did they get home? No, that we know of. Did they find a nice, comfy, new, shiny planet to live on? No, not that we know of. They were just going. And season 1 is really good, hard sci-fi. Season 2 is a bit daft because some American director took it over and made it go pants, basically.
And that's why there wasn't a third series and they never got home.
Exactly. But it did feature people like Christopher Lee and Brian Blessed. In their prime.
What's her name now? The woman character that can, the shapeshifter.
Maya.
She was an interesting character.
Catherine Schnell played Maya. Schnell. No, that's correct. And lots of things do indeed explode on a regular basis. Because they still haven't discovered fuses in 1999, apparently. Yeah.
But yeah, for me, the best thing was the Eagles. That was not the band. Well, I mean, they may be trapped on the moon base with them. You know, a bit of.
They have appeared in Anderson shows. It's true. Well, it was that Shadow.
A bit of lounge music for them as they're traveling through the stars. But yeah, the Eagle spaceships, they were. How rude! I think I'll take that hint, and I shall be going. Goodbye.
Where are you
going?
Was brief.
Yes, and you will also see, obviously, you will see a rather nice eagle on that video as well. Yes.
Okay, I'll have to look out for that one. I know you've got a hovercraft video coming up, haven't you?
Yes, it's not really about hovercrafts though.
Oh.
Hovercrafts are in it, but it's not necessarily.
I imagine so. They're in the thumbnail. If they're not, I want a refund because you've missold it.
Nope, they are in. They do feature in the video.
Have you got anything to show us then, Ed?
Apart from Darth Vader helmets, obviously.
Oh, no, I've had that many years. Many years.
Well-posed stormtrooper.
Yeah, that's getting ready for a photograph. Is that?
Is that getting ready for a photograph?
Yeah,
Cool.
that's going to be a photograph. Is that? No, I don't think I have actually. I've not picked anything up recently.
Okay.
No, so I've got quite a few pre-orders on the simmering away, but I don't think they're going to be dropping while probably the back end of this year. Well, I say back end. We're almost at the back end of this year, aren't we? It's probably going to be about maybe end of October, November time. I think. I think one's probably due this month, which is New Age Gorgo, which is the Legends stuff of it's the Dinobot, the Triceratops one that has what's apparently deemed an offensive name nowadays. So they call him Slug now.
Yes.
Which his name's it's another term for molten iron.
The Dinobot formerly known as.
That's the one. Yes, and then Snarl. I think Snarl. Well, the animation version of Snarl's already out, but the toy version's probably going to be. It may sneak in before Christmas, or it may be early in the new year. Just depends how soon New Age gets them shipped out to the retailers. But yeah, so no, no, not really. No. Oh, I did have a Spectrum coming, but you don't want to know about that. Spectrum. Yeah, it was it was a baby one. It was only it was a 16K Spectrum, one of the early ones. It was a gift from a friend. But so no, it's quite boring on the collecting front over here. Although I do know that Gareth got something because he did rather a nice video about it the other day.
Yes, you've seen that. I don't think many people have yet.
Have they not?
No.
Oh.
I do have it beside me. I do plan on showing it.
Am I one of the lucky ones?
You are, yes.
Right then. Have I spoken out of turn? Should I
not
have
at all. Not at all. No, it's something that I knew that you would have had an interest in, which is why I sent you the video.
Yeah. It's a very nice. It is a very nice piece.
I do think I'm fairly sure I've already shared it with the Crusaders, with the Cosmic Crusaders. I'm double checking now.
I'm trying to think. I mean, I may not be completely up to date, admittedly, but
I've set it for a premiere though, so
all right.
I won't be able to see it anymore now.
No, it's all right. Don't worry.
Yes, I did. I shared it. But no, I will show off. First of all, though, I said show off. It's something else I showed Ed when I visited him the other day. I did pick up. Well, no, I didn't pick them up. I ordered them. I didn't pick them up, and they arrived the other day. Some non-Godzilla figures because I quite like these ones. These are currently available as well. They're a little bit mad. Yeah. They're translucent, and I've displayed them in a case with lights behind it, so the lights kind of shine through. But
Cool.
the one that's dark at the front is a glow in the dark, so it looks even better on an evening. So as the lights in them go out, the lights on that one come on. And then there's also that one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. We've got 4 different headers there and a Gigan or a Gigan. And yeah, the one at the front there, that's glow in the dark as well. Don't like the one at the back. I've got to be honest. I'm not right fond of that one. That might be getting swapped out at some point. It's a bit.
I'm getting prune vibes from it.
Yeah. So yeah, I got those, which I quite like. We will stop that now. And I suppose I better put myself on big again. Oh, there we are. I did share these with the group because I thought they were fun. No idea what they are. Sneak, Galactic Battles, The Energy Wizard's Ascension. I just thought they were fun.
That's a bit of a mouthful. Oh, yes.
It's a bit like Bucky O'Hare, but he's been bleached. Now, it doesn't come with accessories, but the artwork does show him with a lightsaber.
Didn't Nick show us those? Aren't they one of Nick's?
One of whose?
Nick's, Nima.
No, these aren't Nima. No.
They're not, are they?
They go quite well with them.
Yeah.
There's that one, and there's that one. So I just quite liked them. And they're only a tenner each, so I thought that were quite reasonable.
So they're also sort of like a Star Wars pastiche thing, aren't they?
Yeah, definitely a knockoff there. And yeah, there's some other stuff that I forgot to bring on with me from the shop. They arrived yesterday, and they're still there. Of course, I had to get the new, and so far I've built them, but I haven't painted them yet. So
marvelous.
No, the way, Gareth, that way.
Yeah, Tyranids.
Yeah, Tyranids and a space captain. And yeah, okay, we'll get on to the big guy. I'm not going to show too much of him because there is a very nice. Well, I think there's a cool video coming up of it. It's this baby.
The Voltron, defender of the universe.
And I tell you what, it weighs a bloody ton.
So is that Lion Voltron then?
Yes.
Yeah.
It certainly
Cool.
is.
And what era is that?
It's now.
Oh, it's now. Okay. Wow.
It's nowish, yes. Beast King, go Lion, says Connor.
Fair.
Apparently. There we are. It does say that on the box, actually, to be honest with you.
Cool.
Yeah, how I'm able to hold that with one hand is quite baffling because it is it's very die-cast. It's very, very die-cast.
Yeah.
It's it's a sweet piece, is that?
I remember when that do you remember that Netflix series that came out that was Voltron?
Yes, I managed a few episodes.
My lad loved that. So Miggins here had to order in the toys of that from the States.
So he knows.
I was going to clash with my breakaway. That was a tactical error on my part then. But I had to do it on the 13th. I had no choice. That was quite an impressive construction, but he literally played with it for like a day.
Wow.
He had it one Christmas and he played with it for a day. But that was a big bruiser when you put all the lines together. It was impressive. Still got it. But it was the only way I could get it was to order it in from. I'm pretty sure I got it from the States. I had to get it from eBay from the States or something equally daft to try and get it in time for Christmas because I think everywhere had sold out of it or something. I don't know, but yeah, things we do. God, bonkers.
I'm going to try and catch up on the chat here. Speaking of Anderson, which do you think is the biggest explosion you've seen from any of the shows or films?
It's got to be Breakaway Day. The thermonuclear explosion that throws the moon out of Earth's orbit is quite impressive.
Okay. What do you think of the new Simpsons figures? I haven't seen them. They're at the Entertainer. I still haven't seen them. Nix hasn't seen them. But Joe has seen them today, and they're very decent. What's people's favourite Godzilla movie?
Ooh. It's again so many to choose from.
It depends on what you want from a Godzilla movie, but you can't go wrong with -1. You can't go wrong.
Solid film.
The original is also very, very good. It's the one that, if any of the other Godzilla films are a sequel to anything, it's always that one. Even the ones that take place in a new timeline, they're still a sequel to the original one, except for -1. Oh, and Shin Godzilla, actually. That one's not a sequel to it, but that's very good as well. Yes, that's the Voltron that's going Friday. Either -1 or the original King Kong versus Godzilla. Really? Really? Okay.
Have you seen that?
You haven't seen it.
Just brought memory back then. You seen that animated Godzilla series that was on Netflix? Had about 3 parts to it.
We don't talk about this.
Oh, we don't talk about this. Okay.
No, this is awful.
Is it verboten?
Yes. It's not very good. Is it, Connor? It's not very good at all, is it, Connor? I've said this before. That's why it's always the transparent or oddly coloured kaiju figures that look the best. Yes, they are. -1 is great, and it's on Netflix. Yes, it is, and both versions are on there. -1 and -1 colour is on there, which I still need to see. Sneak is a drinks company, is it now? I thought it had something to do with sneakers. That goes to show what I thought. I think I missed a couple of the new films. Love the old ones, though. You probably prefer the American ones then, because that's that latest one, GXK. That's very much one of the 70s films brought into modern life.
Yeah.
Beast Boy Lion. I've got the Lego Voltron.
Yeah, I didn't spring with that, but
I think I'd have to say the Hanna-Barbera cartoon, I think.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that.
From the depths to 30 stories high.
That's the one.
That's the one.
That needs a 4K Blu-ray release. Does that?
Those three you're wrong. You're wrong this time, Tom. You're wrong.
But actually, no. But I quite like the American one.
What, the Matthew Broderick?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I quite like that. Yeah, I quite like that.
Wow.
I quite like that.
He says.
It's loud. It's explosiony. It's quite silly, and it's very 1990s. And it's.
It certainly is. Yeah, and I don't mind. I don't hate it.
Yeah, it's just.
Does he even have radioactive breath in that one?
No.
I don't think he does he? No. Short change.
That's fish breath, apparently, but
fish breath.
But yeah, but no, it's plus it's got quite a good soundtrack to it as well.
Did have some good people in it. I mean,
Jean Reno was in it.
Yeah, Hank Azaria, he's in it. Harry Shearer, he's in it. It's like there's quite a few. Both them two from The Simpsons. And I think Harry Shearer actually does play someone that's almost like Kent Brockman-ish in it. Anyway,
Ferris Bueller. Yes. Well, that was just it. They were so boring. That's why they're not good.
But that's why the classic anime, though, it's all about the environmental message and stuff, isn't it?
Well, no, it wasn't even that. It wasn't even that. There was one very entertaining scene. There was one really, really good scene where they're fighting against Godzilla and they kind of beat him and defeat him and whatnot. And then the mountain in the distance starts shaking and gets up, and you realise that mountain is actually Godzilla Daddy, and it makes the Godzilla they've just fought look like this.
Like that, yeah.
And you're like, oh my God. But then everything after that was downhill again. The first episode was the best of the three. The second one was terrible. And how they end up in space. It's like they even call it Godzilla Earth. You're in space?
I mean, if you're talking about the old Godzilla films, I think my favourite of those would probably be, I don't know, the Beast from 20,000 Fathoms. I think that's
was that inspired Godzilla?
It did indeed. It did indeed.
Have I seen that one?
When I were a kid, it used to be on TV a lot. Did that one? That and Valley of the Guanji, which was where you had cowboys fighting dinosaurs, which was like.
No. I remember Journey to the Center of the Earth was often on as well.
Yeah, well, that Valley of the Guanji, the dinosaur, the stop motion dinosaur that's in that, was obviously it was a Ray Harryhausen one.
Yeah,
and that turned up in quite a few other monster feature films after that, because that was the first one it was in. it then turned up in 1 million years BC. You know, the one with Raquel Welch.
Yes.
And then, like I say, there were a couple of others after that. It was one of the models that was kept in good condition that kept turning up.
Yeah.
In subsequent films.
Using recycled asset, yeah.
Actually, a Gorgo.
Look at that.
And it does indeed come with little baby Gorgo.
Oh.
That's one I still haven't seen, actually, is Gorgo. I do need to watch it. I should have seen it. It's the British one. Yeah. Oh, you know what my favourite is? I've shown this before as well, but Reptar from Rugrats.
Funny. Yeah, I wonder how many references there have been to Godzilla and other things. Mind boggles.
All sorts, absolutely all sorts. It's great. The Gremlins are watching it, I think, in new batch. Oh, is that Tammy and the T-Rex that you were just asking about?
Awesome.
So even Godzilla doesn't have a thing on that British beast. It's an interesting one, is this? I think I've said this before as well. Limited production. 7 of 10. There's 10 of them in the entire world.
10
Right.
what? Though? 10,000?
No, 10 of these. 10.
You think? Really?
It says 10.
Kaiju Zoo exclusive series 3, customized by some chap, John Groff. So maybe the customization is
Probably it'll be these candy colours, probably.
yeah, makes sense, doesn't it? That I could believe, actually. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. I'll have to try and chase down the other 9. Corner the market.
Then, like I say, then burn them, and then you own one.
Well, that'd be a video and a half, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Can't have a Godzilla collection without Reptar. I still don't have one. I have Reptars, Connor. I will see you next week.
Obviously.
20,000 Fathoms was in Gremlins. They laughed when the cop was eaten. About right.
Oh, I've just remembered there's that other Godzilla film that I quite liked as well when I was a kid. The Chewits advert.
The Chewits advert with Muncher.
Well, mock chops.
I used to love that advert. Well, there was a few of them, wasn't there?
Yeah.
On the Chewits advert. They did a few.
They ran it, he sort of chews through a bus and it says, "That's not enough." And it's like,
yeah, and then he gets a pack of Chewits.
Yeah, a very huge pack of Chewits.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes. We ought to make a figure of him.
Yes.
Are you listening, Bandai? Oh, yes, there was one other thing that I can show you. Wasn't there? Bandai.
He's off. Gareth has left the building.
He has.
No, I'm still in the building. I mean, I've shared it with everyone already as a toy of the day.
Yeah, that's very, very cool.
Built this up on Sunday. This was a lot of fun as well. It's got some posability to it. I think the smaller ones have got more posability, to be fair. But it's still pretty
So
good.
but that's a proper Bandai, not a Temu job, though.
Oh, this is a proper Bandai one, yeah?
Yeah.
And there's more arriving at the shop soon.
Cool.
In fact, there's one of those Voltrons arriving at the shop soon as well, so watch out for that.
All right. Gosh, you better
Save pennies up.
you need a forklift to bring it in.
Save your pennies up. Well, I'm quite impressed with this, to be fair. It really was.
No, that is. I mean, that's really, really impressive. That one. So I mean, and that is. I mean, how many inches tall is he?
It's just over 12. It's about 12 and a half inches.
Cool.
It's a nice. He does really. He's really crying out to be panel lined. It does need doing on this one because it's a lot of blank white space.
Yeah, but ironically, the original animation style, he would have looked exactly like that.
Well,
how long did it take you to build that one?
About 2 hours.
Right.
Yeah, about 2 hours.
Right.
It wasn't. That was with breaking off because I sat a table up in front of the TV.
Is it
looking up and watching some anime while I was doing it?
are the legs hollow?
Yes. Yeah, it's
Right.
all hollow. It could do with.
I'm just thinking it's obviously with it being a plastic kit. You know I don't suppose it weighs that much.
No, there's very very little weight to it.
Yeah. So something like there's space in there to put like adhesive weights in there to.
Yeah, you could do. That's. I was thinking that as I was putting it together, I was like, it's very. I mean, the box is this big, and there's no weight to the box. It's almost like an empty box. And I was building it up. I was thinking, do I put some putty in it or something?
Are the friction joints as well?
Yes. Yeah, they're not ratchet joints or anything like that.
Right.
Yeah.
How much is that kit then?
This is about £85-90.
That's less than what I thought it'd be.
How is it now?
For what it makes, that's a great display piece. I mean,
I suppose you'll probably both be comparing it to the DiX that came out, won't you?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's comparable in price to the DiX, and it's probably about twice as big as the DiX. Yeah. And is that an official Gundam kit?
Yeah, this is official. There are actually unofficial versions of it on AliExpress. And I did look at it, and I was tempted by it, and then I saw that I could get the proper one, so I was like, "Oh well, I'll just get the proper one then." Because the
thing is, though, that is the Gundam that I do like as well.
I know, yeah.
Yeah,
that's it's the granddaddy. Grandpa.
It's what?
It's Grandpa.
Yeah.
It's,
it's the one that's in Ready Player One, isn't it?
That's right, yes. Yeah. I think we had a few more details to it in Ready Player One.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I suppose if you had it, like I say, if you get it panel lined up and that, it'll
have to admit that
it'll look very good. Right, I'll have to.
Speaking of Chewits adverts in the cinemas.
That's got me thinking now.
How much is it? I just said.
Yeah.
Oh, Chewits! Look at that! He's even got Japanese Chewits.
As if by magic, Chewits appear.
Don't tell me that they're a kit, Richard. I don't know if you saw that, but last time he was in the chat, he was showing off some of his kits, and one of them was a pot noodle.
Pot noodle, yeah.
Bandai have made a model kit of a pot noodle. I need a DiX figure. I'd love to see that mech fight an Ultraman or Spectra Monster. What's a Spectra Monster?
Spectraman Monster.
Looks similar in size to a perfect grade, although lighter and less intricate. Still very cool though. Yeah, I actually think is it taller than a perfect grade? I was. Yeah, because perfect grades are 160 scale, aren't they? That's 148. So that makes it bigger, doesn't it? Yes. Yeah, I mean, that's 148, is that? So it is technically bigger. No, these are actual sweets. Cool. Why do you randomly have 4 packs of Chewits and you've kept them to take this photograph? That's a peach flavoured one.
That's got something else on the side of it, hasn't it? But maybe it's Chewits from somewhere else. I don't know.
Well, Japan, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
No, but I'm pretty sure back in early days they did do odd flavours of the Chewits.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Spectraman
is basically Ultraman but more obscure, and Midoron is probably the most memorable one. Oh, yes, I remember Midoron. Very memorable.
He's only between left-a-ron and right-a-ron.
Or upper on and lower on. And then there's that one that was in Harry Potter, wasn't there? Diagoron. Yes, I remember the ice cream flavour Chewits, definitely. Yes, I do.
I remember opal fruits when they were opal fruits and not starbursts.
What were they originally, though?
Opal fruits.
No, someone...
There
was something before opal fruits.
Yeah, well, I'll trump you both, and I'll say I remember double agent sweets. And nobody seems to remember double agent sweets. But double agent sweets used to be able to clip tokens out the wrapper and send off badges. Not
going to be sweets that poisoned you rather than being pleasant, but no.
Pardon?
I thought they were going to be sweets that poisoned you rather than being pleasant.
No, they were essentially just a hard-boiled sweet with a sherbet centre. But they were called double agents. If you go on YouTube, you can see the old adverts for them for double agent sweets. And like I say, the wrappers, you could send off the tokens from the wrappers. And I used to have like all the different coloured badges as well that you could get. They were just like, a small pin badge with the double agent silhouette in like a gun sight reticule or something, or whatever they call it. But yeah, they were nice sweets, but they've gone. They don't do them anymore.
But no, I think it was one of TJ's quizzes that she had, and it was asking about a certain sweet and what they were. And one of the four answers was Starburst. And I was like, well, I know it's not Starburst because Starburst was originally opal fruits, and it turned out that they were actually originally what opal fruits were, but it's what they were called in America, and they had them for us.
Yeah, it was the same story with.
I hope you have wonderful sleeps
with Snickers and Marathon.
Yes.
They standardised the name to Snickers rather than having, a Marathon. And Treats and Revels were replaced by M&M's.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Rebels still exist.
Do they?
Yes, my mum's been eating them by the bagful recently.
Yeah. But yeah, because Revels were essentially just like chocolate M&M's. And Treats were like the peanut M&M's.
There were Poppets, weren't there, as well? There were sort of chocolate raisin.
Yeah, they came in a box. A small box, yeah.
You mentioned Poppets. I saw them somewhere the other day.
Did you?
Yeah, I don't know if it was B&M Bargains, but I picked them up and I was like, they're not my Poppets. They now come in a bag.
Oh.
And I'm like, nah, Poppets come in a cardboard box, mate, not a bag.
I used to get chocolate raisins in a sort of, it was like a purple and green bag. I can't remember who made them now. I used to love those.
Purple and green bag.
Yeah.
What's that, sorry?
It was like chocolate raisins, but they were a particular brand that I really liked the taste of, and they came in, I think, sort of green and purple bags or something.
Yeah. And then there were Toffos.
Oh, I love Toffos.
Toffos.
I love the fruity Toffos. I love the minty Toffos. I even liked the Toffos.
Yeah. Yeah. The fruit polos. It's like the fruit polos.
Oh, we've lost so much, haven't we? We've not been. None of it's been replaced with anything decent.
No. It's.
Now, explain to me why I can't ever find any small packets of minstrels when I want them, please. And why don't Marks and Spencer's frequently have mint crumbles anymore?
Right, regarding the minstrels, they do those small packs of minstrels. They've just repackaged them in larger packs at 3 times the price. But don't worry, because you still only get a small pack's worth inside them.
Well, yes, I mean, I always double check to see if I'm getting the 125 bag or the 200 grams bag because they look identical somehow. So I always have to check to see, am I paying over the odds here for for what I'm getting? Because I don't want to get a big bag because that would be greedy. So I only want the 125 or something bag.
Are you trying to say that I'm greedy?
No, I'm trying to say that I'm greedy potentially if I'm not careful.
If you're talking about bags with very little product in, then you could always buy a bag of Walker's crisps.
Ooh.
There we go. There we go. And these ones are cucumber flavour.
Cucumber.
Right then.
So no
The cucumbers
flavour.
don't really taste of anything.
No, that's exactly my point. So no flavour then, in other words.
Those are
Slightly
Walkers.
soggy.
It's just they're called Lays in other countries.
Slightly soggy flavour, yes.
Did you ever try the chocolate flavour crisps from the early 90s? I don't remember those.
Mhm.
I don't remember those.
No, we used to have hedgehog flavoured crisps.
How would you know?
Yeah.
What evil taste tester came up with
Yeah,
that?
hedgehog flavoured crisps back in the day.
So basically
Dix has
roadkill
mentioned
crisps.
Tudor. I think it was Tudor that made the hedgehog flavoured crisps.
The thing with the hedgehog ones, though, they always left me with a sore throat.
No.
Very prickly and spiky. Mm.
Yeah, it turned out it was Strepsils that used to market them.
Yeah.
And then you'd buy a packet of Strepsils.
It's the antidote, yeah.
The chat seems to have gone quiet considering how busy it was earlier. Maybe they're trying to tell us that they're sick of us now.
I'm not talking about Star Trek anymore.
That's what it is, yes. It's your fault, Nix. We should be talking about Star Trek. You took us off it. James remembers the cardboard
cardboard boxes, yeah.
Came in a range. The range sells
them.
Interesting.
They do have a good selection of stuff in the range, actually, it's true.
Okay.
Other confectionery stores.
Snacks, because that's what we're talking about.
yeah. I still have an urge for a Terry's chocolate orange, actually, for no apparent reason.
Really?
I think because they're sort of slightly crisp shaped. I think that's why my brain's made that connection.
Okay. They're not the same as they used to be, though, are they? They're not.
Chocolate oranges.
They require a small amount of exercise to be able to start eating them, though. So
Oh, they don't. All you have to do is unwrap them and put it in.
No, you have to go.
No, you unwrap them and you put it in.
They must make them smaller in Dewsbury.
Bottle flavour Jaffa cakes.
Cola bottle flavour Jaffa cakes. I have not observed the cola bottle flavour Jaffa cakes of which you speak, so no.
I'm fairly sure I've had them.
I've observed the ever shrinking Jaffa cakes as they reduce their contents from 13 to 12 and that sort of thing.
Oh, really?
Don't think we haven't noticed, because we have.
I thought you were actually meaning the size of the Jaffa cake.
Well, probably that as well, yeah. But they've also taken the Mickey on how many they actually include in a packet as well.
I remember the advert for Jaffa cakes. You know, the full moon, half moon, total eclipse. Yeah. Well, you can't do that anymore because one bite and it's gone.
That's because we have bigger mouths now than we had when we were being advertised at for Jaffa cakes.
No taste, have they, Rich? You know, I'm assuming you're talking about these cola bottle Jaffa cakes. It's a strange one. I think that they smell of cola bottles, and therefore it tricks you into thinking that it tastes like them.
That's what a lot of taste is, though, is smell, actually.
There you are. You see, James liked the cola Jaffa cakes. Yes, I didn't mind them, but then again, I'm a sucker for all those stupid things. They do lime ones, and I've got to try them. They do cherry ones, I've got to try one. They do dog shit ones, and I still don't try them though. They're the sweets flavors, not actually glass. Yeah, they taste of cola bottles, not cola.
I see what you did there.
Fair enough. So are you subscribing then to the fan home Star Trek ships?
I don't know yet. I like the look of them because obviously I have shed loads of Eagle Moss ones. I had to clear out all of my Eagle Moss ships in order to get these new IKEA doors on, which I haven't actually done yet. But my dining table is inaccessible at the moment due to the sheer number of Starfleet vessels littering it. So I always said to myself I wouldn't go beyond effectively Enterprise.
Okay.
A couple of Kelvin era ones have snuck in, but they were just ones I got in job lots, not ones I actually set out to get. So and the other interesting thought I had about these is that although they're obviously look like they're reusing the same stands and so on, I don't know whether or not they'd actually fit with older Eagle Moss models, because if they're going slightly larger with them, then I'm not quite sure I've even got enough storage space for them, really, or display space.
£47 per starship if you subscribe. If not, and that's with free delivery as well. If not, it's £55 plus £4 per starship if you buy them just on the fly.
If you can get them on the fly as well, because they'll go like Billio.
Do you think they will at these prices?
Yes. Because hardcore Star Trek fans won't bat an eyelid at that, and they haven't had anything to buy regularly for a while either, so they'll have it saved up, so to speak.
I don't know. I don't think it will. To be fair,
well,
I think it's going to depend on the ship. I mean, I think the Titan could be popular.
They'll throw a lot of the hero ships in there though, but you'll have to keep going with the subscription to get them.
Yeah, I think the Titan will be popular. Well, no, it literally tells you there, doesn't it?
You'll get the Enterprise G, you'll get Voyager A.
I mean, that's not the Titan as I imagine it from when I was having the book them described to me in the book.
No, that's the Titan A.
Right.
That's the one that becomes the Enterprise, but that's the Titan A.
So it's not the Titan that Riker was captain of?
No.
Oh, well, no one's going to want it then.
No, but they might well do that one as well at some point.
And the Stargazer doesn't look like the Stargazer.
That's a Picard Stargazer again.
Is it?
These are from Picard.
Oh, well, no one's going to want these pieces of shit.
Oh, but they will.
I don't know. I mean, they put out Star Trek Discovery figures, didn't they? No one bought them.
So are these all die-cast, or the die-cast and plastic?
Die-cast.
They're a mix. Die-cast and ABS, right. I believe they've described it as.
And what's the... do we know what they're actually going to be like in hand? Are they going to be are they going to look as good as what the promotional images look?
They'll look like this.
You might have to enlarge the screen on that one, Andy. I can't really see.
Just give us a second. Remove that and do that and do that. There we go. That's a Delta Flyer.
That is the Delta Flyer.
Right.
That is the small
scale.
Is
that the small one?
That's the small scale Delta Flyer. It was before it hit the deck. It's all right, it'll probably survive. It hasn't got any fragile bits to it. And this is the larger scale Delta Flyer. Now, I think the ones that they're talking about are going to be in the middle of those two sizes. And this, ironically, is absolutely huge for an XL from Eagle Moss because it's such a solid design. Are
both them from that company that's just been up on screen?
No. But they've taken the designs. They have all the old Eagle Moss designs, so that I believe they're going to reuse their stands methodology and everything else. So effective, and they're being designed by the same blokes, I believe. So effectively, Fanhome will be continuing the Eagle Moss style of models. Right,
but do they have the rights to reissue previously released starships?
They've been a little bit cagey about that at the moment. I think ostensibly they're not planning to, but I don't think they've entirely ruled it out either. But again, I mean, I know that Master Replicas were apparently just selling off all the old stock when they had the license to do it. So that doesn't rule out the fact that there being more old stock that they could actually recycle it again if people said there was demand for it. So I guess like anything else, they'll see how it goes. So apparently they're going to start with 20, which will be primarily Federation ships. So we'll probably get things like the upgraded Excelsior and 7-9 ships, stuff like that. I don't know if they do the Eagle Moss did get as far as doing some of the early Picard ships.
Mark's laughing. £50 a month. Yeah, right. Mark, I'm paying £40 a month for these, and I have to build and paint them myself.
Batmobile, Mark. Didn't someone have a Batmobile? They were doing piece by piece. You can't tell me that was cheap after the first issue.
Grand, wasn't it? By the time it done.
Well, this is it. I mean, it's not. It's quite a big financial commitment. But then the interesting thing is that the Eagle Moss prices will go down through the floor now, probably because there are new ones to get. So that period where they were getting scalped left, right, and centre will probably die away a bit now. So it'd be quite a good time to try and catch up on the older ones as well, potentially.
So do you have an Enterprise A?
I do.
And how big is that? Is that quite big or is it small? Or
I have a small one and I have a larger one.
And what's the quality like on the larger one?
It's not bad. I've heard tell that people aren't overly happy with it. I'm not quite sure why. I wonder if it was a nacelle issue. I can actually run and get it because they are all out at the moment. If you want to have a look at it.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind, I'll take a look at that.
Don't drop it.
No, I know. Don't drop it. Thank you.
Yeah, so Nix is saying, if you've already spoken about it, sorry, but what toy-related YouTube channels do you watch? Well, I used to watch Vaults of Viacom, but you don't put anything out nowadays.
Yeah, I don't know what's happened to him.
We watch Andy's channel, Excelsior's Domain. We watch Mark's channel, Blue Harvest Toys. Had to get those out of the way. The only other one that I would say that I watch regularly, and even then I've dropped off a couple of that. I haven't seen the last one yet, and I've still to see his latest one, and that's Theo's at Slimehouse. Although his latest one only went up yesterday, and I am looking forward to seeing it. It's a room tour of his collection, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. Who else? I would watch Nima if he did anything, but he doesn't put anything up. He has a channel, just doesn't put anything up. Let me have a look at my subscriptions. I watch a lot of Warhammer painting videos, to be honest with you. Apparently, Andy's currently live. Bill making stuff. I watch some of his. Brooks Collectibles. He puts some good videos up. Our Mark. For Godzilla people, Monster Island Buddies is a very good one. That's a good toy channel. Midwinter Minis.
Little Enterprise A.
Right, okay.
Bigger Enterprise A.
Right.
What they're going for nowadays? Are they about 100 quid, 150?
I think if you had them with the box, yeah, people ask silly prices. I don't know if they're actually going for that anymore. Because Master Replica will have been releasing some of these at not scalping prices, albeit still not cheaply. But
no, Master Replicas picked up the stock that Eagle Moss had left over, but Eagle Moss had sold out of those long since.
Well, they may. Yeah, I mean, a lot of them you did have to wait quite a while to be able to jump on them. I used to get them when they were on like 3 for 2s and stuff. Originally, they were about the 50 quid, 60 quid, I think, mark.
That's right, 50 quid.
You could get them. My average price for them was much lower than that, I think, when I actually got them. But these days, yeah, I mean, you'll certainly see them going for like 80, 90 easily in a box.
But what's I mean, is the kind, I suppose, probably what I'm not articulating very well, trying to get across is it's like are they put together well, or is it a case of like, there's kind of like big seam joints and, are there any screws or rivets on show and things like that?
Generally with these, I would say no, actually. They do display very well. I think probably because, where they've used plastic, they tend to use little tabs and then glue them in so you don't get screws as an issue. But the die-cast pieces, I don't think I've ever noticed a screw on any of them.
Right.
So,
and the paint job, I mean, so like, is the paint job enough where it doesn't sort of like smudge the detail? Like, I'm assuming the saucer section is that die-cast?
Yeah. So there's a real weight to them. I mean, some of them when I was getting off the shelf, I was like, whoa, I forgot you actually need a really good shelf if you're going to put a lot of these on it, because overall the weight does build up quite a lot. But no, I mean, the quality of the printing and everything else is bob on. You can very clearly see it's USS Enterprise. There's nothing wrong with the actual sort of quality of it. So I mean, the nacelles are the ones that tend to be plastic.
Yeah.
So they're obviously a little bit more fragile.
Just on time, Pete.
Yeah, the panel lining on the saucer section, is that actually molded into the die cast, or is it painted on?
That is molded.
Right. And is it still quite clearly defined even with the paint on? Right.
I mean, I've always found them to be. I mean, I remember. I think the first one that I got, I might even have done an unboxing on it at one point back in the day. But I think it was was it a Barella or a Cavort bird of prey? And it's like the quality of the painting and stuff. I mean, being the first one that I got was like, whoa, that immediately sold me on them, because it was just a real attention to detail. I mean, they are primarily models for display. They're not toys.
No.
You can't drop one of these. And I was lucky with that Delta Flyer that it's one of the more robust ones when it hit the floor. Then otherwise that would have gone bye. So you do have to be very careful when you're moving them around.
Yeah.
Which is why I removed them from the furniture before I tried to take the doors off.
The last thing we want you to do is break another toy on camera.
Quite. not giving places. I have fired cleaning people for less than this. Trust me.
Yeah, I mean, that is still that's whether you want to go for the 1701 refit or if you want to call it the Enterprise A, that's still my favourite starship, in Star Trek. Probably most science fiction franchises anyway. The Enterprise, Constitution refit. That's my favourite. But I always find it difficult to choose one to, spend some money on, to pick. I mean, obviously, if money wasn't an option, then the Tomy one looks really nice.
It does look very nice,
but there's not a lot of space to display it, and it's
like twice the length of most ones that I've got, even the bigger ones I've got. Let me find you another one to show you. Hang on.
I mean, I do remember. I think Gareth had this years ago. The Bandai kit one that was on like a base with lights and sound.
Lights, no sound.
Did you not have sound, did it, that one?
I still have those. They're in bits now, but I have them.
You see, they were nice kits. They were nice
kits. Ready painted as well.
Yeah.
All printed. Very nice kits there.
But so yeah, it's a nice starship.
The final frontier. Would time not be the final frontier?
Yeah, it's quoting Montgomery Scott there from the episode Relics.
The wrong way, bear with.
Please be careful, Andy. don't want
Just-
anything broken.
Throw it past the camera so it looks like it's flying.
If he trips as he comes through the door with it now and it flies past the camera, I'm going to slap you when I next see you. He's being beamed up.
Yeah, but I find it interesting some of the designs that they've used for Federation starships. You know, there's a few of them. You look at the designs and you think you're reaching a bit there. They just, you know, this. I think people seem to like. Is it that Akira class? Which I'm not. I don't think I'm over keen on that.
So I don't mind the Akira class. That's the Thunder. Is that the Thunder Child? Is it?
I think that's the. Don't we first see that in First Contact, don't we? When they're battling, or it may even turn up in DS9. I'm not right sure.
What's that?
The Akira class.
First Contact, I would say.
Thunder Child.
Yeah,
I quite like that.
It's like an upside down reliant sort of approach to life. It's actually supposed to be like a carrier. It's got a sort of a through shuttle bay. So this is the that's slightly bigger. That's a Diamond Select.
You've not broke it.
No, I've not broke it. It's supposed to do that. Don't panic. I just grabbed it as quickly as I could. That was all.
Right.
And this one's more of a toy, allegedly.
All right. Okay. They don't sound like movie Star Trek sound effects.
They're supposed to be.
Are they?
Might just be my speaker. Well, their original series, you know, they're sort of movie sound effects. But they come with stands as well. So they're deeply dubious stands, but they do come with stands. I think Gareth probably knows what I'm talking about here.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And so what's the detailing like on that one then?
They're pretty good, to be fair, for what they are.
Yeah, for what they are, considering they're supposed to be sort of, you know, playable with toys. Again, they're not half bad, and I rather enjoy them.
They're toys for the collector.
Yeah.
I mean, the size they are, it's a really good displayable size. I mean, this is one of the things I'm going to be doing some videos on soon, actually. But
you need to reread it.
My left hand is not a good idea, but you can see there perhaps that the size difference is, you know, they're way bigger than the XLs from Eagle Moss.
So on the Eagle Moss ones, then did they do the 1701 refit?
Yes.
But did they do it in the paint scheme that it is in the motion picture, not white?
I'm not running around anymore, but I don't think they would have done it. They would have done it as accurately as they could have done it, basically, because for example, the original series Enterprise is a very gunmetal grey. So it's not like this. It's much sort of darker than you might. So when I got it out, I was like, whoa. But actually, in the original series, the TOS Enterprise was probably that color in terms of the filming model. So
it was like a deep off white, like a grey off white.
It's very dark compared to the film. I guess for the films they had to light it better, so they made them lighter for the films.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah.
No, it's Playmates one, yeah.
But no, that's Diamond Select.
Oh, sorry, the Diamond Select one. Sorry,
it's Art Asylum / Diamond Select. Yeah. Strangely, I've got that one, but I've got it in that box, which is odd.
I bet you haven't got that one, have you?
Which one?
I said, I bet you haven't got that one.
Where are you pointing? Sorry.
This. Oh, sorry, it's taken me to another page.
Oh,
it's not.
Is it me?
Right, let's have a look. Stop screen, present. Yes, Scream. That one.
I thought I was having a senior moment for a moment.
There we go. I bet you haven't got that one.
Correct. I do not have the burning up on re-entry one. No.
Even I didn't know that one existed.
I've seen it on eBay.
Just 400 pieces.
Yeah, it needs like a third of the saucer section cutting out on that.
Come on.
I think that's just gently toasted.
Well, that's it anyway. That's the.
There's
by
also
the time it starts entering the atmosphere of the Genesis planet, half the saucer section has blown off.
I have all sorts of issues with some of these because there's a Wrath of Khan one as well, but it's kind of like they've blended Wrath of Khan with Star Trek 3.
Joe! More of a
Right.
voyage.
In what way? But for the battle damage.
Yeah, so it's kind of halfway through self-destructing, and it's got this sort of, but the box suggests it's Wrath of Khan, but actually it's more Star Trek.
Right. Well, actually,
odd choice,
it's been a while since I've seen the film, but in the film, Wrath of Khan, towards the back end, there must be some deleted scenes because there is actually more damage on the Enterprise than what it shows actually when they're battling. And then when you see the Enterprise turn up in space dock at the start of Search for Spock, it has even more battle damage on it. Now, I know that there was, I don't know if it was a fan theory or if it was something, but there was a theory that there was actually a bit of an adventure that happened to them in between Wrath of Khan and Search for Spock, which explained the extra battle damage.
Yeah, because it puzzled me. It puzzled me when I got this sort of Star Trek 2 Search for Spock mashup one, because it seemed to have two torpedo hits on the top section of the saucer, whereas the Bird of Prey only gets one shot off. In 3, that does definitely hit the top half. But so I was like, I don't remember Khan ever clobbering them on the top half like that. So yeah, there's definitely something quirky.
Well, yeah, in Wrath of Khan, he fires his phasers, doesn't he, at the top of the like what would be the top of the turbo shaft on the rear of the saucer section. I mean, that's why I remember when I went to the pictures to see Undiscovered Country. That was great because it was the first time you saw proper battle down, like the torpedo going through the saucer section, and exploding out of the top. That was really good special effects on that one for the battle.
But who did and why, Mark? One thing is certain, Captain, we cannot escape on impulse power alone. Let's recreate the film, kids.
Next time on Nerd Council.
Yeah. I would be quoting there along with you, but I don't want to come across as too sad. Were I to invoke logic, logic will clearly dictate.
I don't.
No, the Diamond Select one looks okay. It's
they're good for the money. They just need to reissue them. I don't know what
is it? I'm just looking at a picture now. Is it coloured plastic or are they painted?
No, I would say they're painted. I think.
Yeah, the one I'm looking at here is the Wrath of Khan one.
I've got that one upstairs.
Which is kind of like it's still.
I got
it's
that
still not
cheap.
Yeah, it's still not accurate to the screen model, but they've tried. They've put a bit of blue paneling on it and things like that.
But for someone like me who can't model, build to save their lives, these are the next best. Basically, is the view that I take. So.
Oh, and they also do a trying to sell Enterprise D.
I certainly do. Yes,
if you want to spend about £400, please feel free to buy me one.
Is that what they're going for now?
About that.
150 when I last had one.
I do keep an eye open for them because they are like hen's teeth, basically.
150 when I last had one. Mind, I remember you remember the Bird of Prey that you got from me?
I still have my Bird of Prey, sir, yes.
Have you seen the cloaking one? So it's translucent green plastic.
I've heard of it, yes.
Right. I remember having a stack of those and selling them at 25 quid each. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew someone who had one of those and they lost it because it cloaked and they just couldn't find it again.
Yes.
Who
That
knew?
gag's not been reused at all.
Tumbleweed. Don't often see that in the bedroom. I'm getting the model, going to try and get the lights too, then the Reliant. And don't forget, Corgi are releasing the refits. All you've done, though, is complain about the Corgi models. I think they look quite good, but Mark's complaining.
Corgis.
Ones are all right, I think.
Yeah, I forgot about that. The Corgi, they're doing the refit and the D, aren't they?
I've got. Well, the thing is, the funny thing is, and this is a funny thing, is that I've got a D in my watch list, but it's the original 40th anniversary version, which isn't that expensive, and in fact, it's cheaper then. But you don't get the fancy box.
So, are these Corgi's own molds then?
I believe so. I think someone said they're roughly on a par with XL Eagle Mosses size-wise, but they are their own, I believe. Yeah.
So they're quite big then.
I think they are quite big. Someone's done a video on it, and they did make a reference to it, as against the XL Eagle Moss.
Well, that's where you're wrong, Mark, because Fan Home are releasing the Stargazer and the Titan first.
Well, that's because
usually you're right, yeah.
Well, that's because everyone's got an Eagle Moss, one of the other ones. That's why. So they're starting afresh, yeah. With new ones,
yeah.
Which is smart of them because obviously people will not have those.
Vicky, hello. Just turning to the conversation about so I can keep up. We're talking about Star Trek for the second time tonight.
It's more of that.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the Corgi one now. They're not quite nice.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a Corgi bird of prey that I got. It's a nice size as well, and it is very well detailed.
Is that from Into Darkness or Beyond?
Oh, right. You're right. It's the TV show Enterprise they're doing. It's not the refit one that Corgi's doing.
It's not Kelvin bird of prey. No, this is my original.
Oh, right, okay.
Right. It's a 40th anniversary thing.
Oh. Live long and prosper. Okay. I thought because the first two are already out, aren't they? Of the Corgi ones.
I thought only the D had come out, but I could be wrong. The other one might well be imminent. I think they've shown some molds of or some test models of some of the others.
Yeah, because Korg is also the reissue in the Batmobile, aren't they?
Yeah,
Yes.
I've ordered one of those.
Yeah.
It's what, sorry?
I've ordered one of those.
Have you ordered one?
I have, yes.
Because are you to sell or just to look at?
No, I thought I'd quite like to have that one. One of the things that's always put me off having one is that they're never mint. I like my toys to be mint, and at least by getting a reissue, at least I know it'll be mint.
I think they've missed a trick though by not having it with the Batboat and trailer.
Yet.
Well, yet. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, that could possibly be cool. Looks nice.
It does.
But I would like to know whether or not these molds are actually any different to the 40th anniversary ones. I'm actually tempted to get an example of the newer Enterprise D that they've done to compare it with the previous one. Because they haven't done a bird of prey yet, I don't think.
Now then, this is interesting. So on this Batmobile, they're saying it's like a return to the range for the first time in 40 years, but it says newly tooled model. So is this a complete redesign inspired by the original, or is it the original with...
They have to say newly tooled because the original molds are, so badly looked after that they've got to clean them up. So by doing that, it's impossible not to make changes to it. So They have to say retooled.
Because it could just be a bit of a dodgy memory, but the wheels look different.
The wheels are always different. There are several different versions of the wheels. Yeah. It just depends.
That's one of the big things about the Corgi Batmobile is the fact that people try and collect all the different wheels.
All right. Okay.
Got to get the red hubcaps.
Yes.
See, I'm learning stuff. See.
Yeah, it looks. I think those wheels are different to the one that I had as a kid.
Occasionally derail the chat with snacks and cup noodle kits since I don't know much about Star Trek. The Batboat is coming too. Prefer the original Batman vehicle. Prefer the Tim Burton one myself. Matt's gloss by Corgi model tow hook version by Corgi. All this Star Trek crack has just cost me a lot of money on eBay. I had to buy some toys to put a smile on my face. As much as I appreciate your viewing, you don't have to, you know. That is a very cool Batmobile. Yeah, I like Keaton's Batmobile. I'm just looking through now, and I can get the Corgi Treks. They're both in stock, actually, at one of my suppliers. So they haven't exactly sold out.
No, they seem to be implying that they were quite... But I've seen them being sold by lots of other people, so yeah. I don't think they're sort of Corgi hanging on to them particularly now.
Right, well, just having a quick look on here. I can't say 100%, but I'm probably 90-odd% certain the one that I had as a kid is the one that came out in 1976.
Okay.
With a trailer hook or not? Do you remember?
Yes, it had a trailer. It did have a trailer because I had the Batboat with the with the trailer.
That came later, didn't it? The trailer hook.
I believe so. I think the original ones was just a little flaming exhaust.
Yeah,
bit.
that's right.
I'm sure Mark knows better because obviously Mark puts these things together, doesn't he? So. I've got quite a nice little mini collection downstairs now with the various flavors. I just said that, Mark. I'm saying you're the expert on such matters.
Do I not watch your videos?
He's got a box full of about 6 of them at the moment.
If I have to.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's the one from 1976 that I had. Because it came in like it's the Batmobile with the Batboat in like a longish box. I'm just looking at the picture of it now.
The gift set.
Mark's got a reproduction box for that very purpose. Yes. See, Mark, I do watch your videos.
Right.
But I'm fairly certain I've seen one of those at Doncaster Toy Fair before now as well. I can't remember how much for, but it would have been a fairly princely sum, I think.
Sorry, I'm browsing.
Yeah,
browsing away.
Yeah.
That probably marries up because I'd have probably got that round about the same time as
I like the bits when you're told not to film.
Getting stuff like the Evil Knievel diecast cars. Did they call it the funny car? It was like a dragster that the thing opened up.
Oh
Funny
yeah.
We also had the bat helicopter as well.
Yeah, I've got that as well now. It's all good.
Because I'm just looking here now. There's actually a triple pack where you get the helicopter, Batmobile, and Batboat.
Wow.
That'd have been a hell of a Christmas, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it just?
Although that's quite cheeky because just looking at these pictures here, in that 2-pack with the Batmobile and the Batboat, you get 2 Batman because you get a Batman in the Batboat and then a Batman in the Batmobile. But in this triple pack, you don't get an extra Batman in the Batboat.
All right.
But you do get one in the helicopter. which you can't take out.
You can't take
But I'm
that.
pretty sure that
Well,
helicopter.
Is there a gift set with the bike?
Well, the bike would be a different scale, wouldn't it? 'Cause I was just about to say,
I
looking
think
at
if
that
you're going to
helicopter
split
there,
hairs, they're not exactly to scale with each other anyway.
that
Hmm.
that helicopter was reused for the Spider-Man helicopter.
That's-
As was the Batman
bike.
motorbike as well,
Yeah.
yeah. Which
the,
had
the
both.
the Spider-Man helicopter had spider legs.
Yes.
You got a Shadow 2 today, did Mark? You had it sent by Steve. Who was in the chat earlier, but seems to have disappeared.
Yes.
You got that video up quick then, because I just watched that. See, I do watch some of your videos.
I think he got Shadow 2 a couple of days ago, actually.
Well, he says he got it today, look.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe another one.
Maybe. Maybe you got another one that's got a track on it, so you could take one track off one and put it on the other.
Yes. It's always annoying when you don't notice in the pictures on the auction that they had a bit missing.
Yeah.
Even though they told you it did. Anyway. It's very quick.
Yeah, I edit very quickly.
Edit in haste, regret at your leisure. Yes.
You edit? You edit? Even last week's for me should have been like that. But it's
2
still
to 3 hours, as I recall.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's ridiculous. Mind you, I did spend half an hour of that looking for the clip with Joe so that I could cut it in.
Oh, right. Yes. It's actually one of those times where YouTube can come in quite handy because you can actually just download your video again and just.
I did. That's where I got it from, but I couldn't find which video it was in, so I went through loads looking for it.
Of course, yeah.
And a video for the members too. Yes, I saw that pop up, but I haven't watched it. I haven't watched it. Well, when I get my new Mark, well,
I don't know if this is a
the
custom.
sooner you get this, the sooner you get the Mac.
There's a yellow Batmobile tow truck.
Is there?
Yeah. I don't know if it's a custom or not, but it looks pretty cool.
Why is it yellow?
I suspect it's probably a custom.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just basically it's the Corgi Batmobile, but it's yellow with the a green back, and then like a.
Can you not share it so we can see?
Just hang on a second. Possibly, yes. Just hang on a second. There you go.
Yes, that's a custom. It's cool though.
Yeah.
But they've even done a little custom box for it as well, which is cool.
Yeah. It looks the part, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, see, that's the Bat bike I had.
Yeah. I've got one downstairs.
There was
Getting
another
the
one that I saw.
Getting the Batman mate was tricky though.
That's a nice little set with the.
Oh wow! I wonder who did that super video in the top left corner. Ha ha!
That one.
I resemble that thumbnail. Yes.
That is a very Andy thumbnail.
Shush you! I'm working on it. It's got Batman in it. Got layers and everything.
There you go, triple pack.
Oh yeah, that's very cool.
It is. There was one. Oh, there it is. Yeah, front photo there.
Oh yeah.
It looks to be as well. I don't know if it's originally turned, but that looks to be polystyrene that it's set into.
Is it?
It looks like polystyrene it's set into.
I think the repro one that Mark's got is polystyrene. So I assume that's trying to reproduce the original. Gap has joined us, gentlemen.
Oh, hello, Gap. Wow, he really has joined us, hasn't he? My word. Spectrum is still alive, yes. I have a boxed Batboat, triple gift set, and double gift set, 5 other Batmobiles too.
That's rather curious looking, isn't it?
You probably won't be surprised to discover that I love that sort of stuff. Wild and wacky.
Yeah. Azrak DC Comics Batman Robin. All right.
I think that's a Batmobile that's been caught out in the rain and shrunk slightly.
The Corgi Juniors ones are quite cute, actually.
They are. I like how close to them the modern Hot Wheels ones are. They really are. What's Nick say? Mark, I was going to say on your video earlier that I have a Batmobile and a boat somewhere if you wanted them. He's got enough.
I think I gave him. I gave him some bits in the store once, didn't I?
You did, yes. You gave them to Mark and then you charged me.
Hey.
What was that? Sorry, I missed that.
Oh, Andy brought some stuff to trade in. Mark dived in and claimed a few. Andy let Mark take them, and then I had to pay for the rest.
Same day.
Yeah, same day.
Mark says, "Really, thank you, mate." So obviously not a memorable giveaway.
No, I think he's talking to Nick's there.
Yeah.
That's almost similar to like bringing jigsaws in.
Jigsaws?
Yeah.
Jigsaws.
The Transformer jigsaws.
Oh, right. I know. I'm too kind. Someone brought them in when I had a shop. Okay. I still
apparently. He does get me bits at the toy fairs, in fairness to him.
He does. Yeah, we look after each other, don't we?
We do.
Look after each other. We do. Well, I think we've come to an end. We've done 2 hours. Unless anyone's got anything to add.
I'm going to be up for the train in the morning.
Oh, you know.
No, I think I'm just about done. That's it now for the rest of the year, I think.
You've got some Transformers stuff coming up, haven't you?
No, I don't think so. Not that I'm aware of.
You're not going to be appearing anywhere else anytime soon? No?
I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to discuss it with the Vault Keeper and see what he's been roping me into.
Okay, fair enough. It must have been him that was talking to me the other day.
No, right, yeah. There will be some Vaults of Icon stuff coming up. I've enjoyed my sabbatical, and Vaults of Icon will be ramping up ever so slowly over the coming months. But don't expect too much. I'm not putting that much of an effort in. I'm just I've enjoyed my time off. Let's say.
Fair dues.
I've enjoyed my time off. It's so much so that it's like
I'm going to keep doing it.
It's like it's nice to get stuff and not share it. It's like, no, it's mine. I'm not going to share this with anyone.
My precious.
Yeah. No, it's there will be some stuff coming up, but you'll see it when it comes.
Oh, Gap.
God, you are so slow, Gap. Go back and watch it.
Yeah,
Go
Friday.
on,
Well,
channel on Friday, Gap.
it's Templar Day, Friday the 13th. That's where it comes
Oh,
from. Yeah, it was back when the Pope signed a decree for the Knights Templar to be arrested and executed. That's where we get Friday the 13th from.
That's a bit harsh.
Oh, they were into some stuff. I'd tell you, but we've run out of time.
Well, maybe that's another channel. Richard said he's going to see a Japanese band called Melt Banana on Friday, then Cosmic Toys on Saturday, through to Leeds, then Manchester. Gap's not slow. I'm not going to go back and watch, just mentioning that it's Friday. Oh, well, thanks so much for your support. May come down on Saturday then. All right.
I
Okay.
may also come down on Saturday.
All right. Okay. I might go as well then.
Please do. Otherwise, we'll look a bit silly.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll leave you stood outside.
No. I'm not. It's enough having to socialise with you over YouTube.
I have to go visit him. He won't come visit me.
I'm not coming down to see you in person.
It's a one-way relationship, is this? Save the best for last, Blackadder. What, Manchester? I don't bloody think so. What have I got coming up? Have you got anything coming up, Andy?
Yes, I'm getting my bits probed by Mr. Rum on I think on the 23rd currently.
Okay.
And I'm doing my Space 1999 Breakaway Day video on Friday. It's a bit of a lengthy one, but I've got not one, not two, but three things to show you on Friday, plus accessories. Yes, and that's about it at the moment because I haven't filmed anything else beyond that really. So yes, organised for this week, not so organised for afterwards, but yeah.
Well, Friday is going.
Yeah, I may well need luck, Mark. That is entirely possible, but he's got a cool thumbnail. I like the thumbnail.
Yeah. Friday is going to be quite interesting then if you've got a video going out and I've got a video going out and Mark normally has a video going out on a Friday.
Yeah, mine's I think I started mine at 7:30 to try and avoid Mark's normal slot, but I didn't know you were putting one out. So.
I was going to say mine's 7:30.
I thought if I did mine for a
couple of days.
I can't avoid the 13th. It's the one time I'm doing something on a Friday because it's September the 13th.
That's fair enough. Fair enough. Was it a specific time? It can't have been a specific time, could it? What time zone do they use on the moon?
I don't know. Cislunar time, I imagine, whatever that might be. I don't know.
I will. Before we do go, I will show you one thing.
All right.
There was a follower of mine. So I'll give him a shout out. Greybeard Plastic Works over on Instagram. He was kind enough to send me a gift. I think it was last month now. I think it was. It was something that I'd expressed an interest in, but it was one of those things where it was just it was like on a really, really, really back burner. One of those things that you think to yourself, I'll keep it in mind, and if something crops up, maybe I will. But it was kind enough to send me one, and this is it. The Mythic Legions skeleton. What's this? Yeah, Skeleton Legion Builder 2. So they're about 7-inch. All the usual articulation, like a Marvel Legends or a Black Series. And it's a phenomenal figure. The quality is amazing. So, yeah, I thought I'd just show that and give Mike at Greybeard Plastic Works a shout out for sending me that. It was very kind of him.
It is a very good figure as well.
Yeah, you saw it on Monday, didn't you? It is. It's let's just say I'm staring down the precipice of another rabbit hole. Let's just based on that figure. What I will say is these Mythic Legions, these sort of like these Legion Builder figures. They're like a base figure, so they're made so you can buy multiples and army build with them. Normally, in the
Don't
past.
go on eBay, Mark. Don't look for it on eBay.
What, one of these?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, no, you're going to get spanked if you look for one on eBay. They normally, like army builder figures, usually they're a bit of a lesser quality, but I mean the quality on this, to say it's just an army builder figure, is absolutely phenomenal. That's
quite a big army though. If they're 7-inch.
Yeah, I mean I like it because it's the sword and the shield that comes with it is very much. In fact, let me see if I can share a photo of it that took a bit back.
Nix has just said, "Wait until you open the box." I don't mean to be a negative prick, but they are terribly made. He has opened the box.
Yeah, I think everyone's entitled to an opinion, Nix.
Even when they're wrong.
That's it. Luckily, you're dealing with Vaults of Icon 2.0. 1.0 was less kind in his responses. Where are we now? Let's see now. Oh, how about that one? Let's see if we can share.
I think that's been in Mark's videos, hasn't it? That Empire Exchange place.
There we go.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
It's awesome, isn't it?
That is deeply cool. Oh, look at that. Wow.
Oh, I'll just zoom out. Oh, yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's after it's been edited.
Cropped. How awesome is that?
I think you showed me that the other day, didn't you? Or you were showing me a picture of one, weren't you?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So I mean, it's an absolutely. I am really impressed. I mean, like I said, because I chatted with Mike for the Collector's Archive. I think it would have been about June last year. I think.
I remember him. Yeah.
And he collects the Mythic Legion stuff, and it was the kind of thing when he was showing me them. I did think they were really nice, but because you can get them over here. They're made by a company called Four Horsemen, who had links in the past. They designed the Masterverse He-Man stuff. It's the people, and they broke away and set up on their own. They actually do. I think there's some on Mythic Legions and there's some on Cosmic Legions as well, and they do.
Told you not to look on eBay.
Yeah. I'll make you sick, Mark. If Four Horsemen, how Four Horsemen work is they sell their figures initially through their own store for a limited time, so collectors can pick them up. Then after that, it goes out to the approved sellers. Well, this particular figure, the Legion Builder skeleton, when that was up on the Four Horsemen website, was $23. So that works out probably about £18. Yeah. So it's you've missed the boat on that one, I'm afraid, Cop. It's but yeah, they're
Nightgap.
Good night. So it was, I was hesitant because you don't know the company, don't know the quality and things like that. But like I say, Mikey, he sent me that through as a gift, and I can't say enough, just blown away. It's a fantastic figure.
Someone's discount card's just been shredded.
So there we go. That's that was Mythic Lead. That's the Legion Builder.
Sorry, no, that's Eddie. That's Eddie. Ed.
Ash Eddie.
I'm not.
He's not going into it, but I've got to be honest. I was up at his house on Monday, and he showed me 4, and I was very, very impressed with all 4 of them. So,
like I said, each to their own opinion. That's fine. Yeah. That's fine. I'm not trying to convince anybody.
When they're cheaper than Marvel Legends, and G.I. Joe Classified and Star Wars Black Series, and they're just as good quality, if not better, I'm not going to complain.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think I'd say they're definitely better quality than Black Series. But then again, I find, to say they're made by the same company, I find that G.I. Joe Classified is better quality than Black Series.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I only attribute that to the fact that Hasbro don't have to pay money out to like anyone else, because obviously the Black Series is licensed from Disney, so they will have to pay extra money, on top of also paying for molding and manufacturing, things like that, where G.I. Joe is wholly owned by Hasbro in that respect, and so they can probably invest more into the quality of the figures. You certainly get better accessories, I feel, with Classified than what you do with Star Wars, with the Black Series. So, I mean, I picked... it's at the bottom of the box. I can't be bothered because someone will probably comment that they don't like it. It's... 1.0 resurfaced there a bit. It was the Tech Viper. And that's a really chunky figure, is that? And that comes with some nice accessories. But again, I'd say that's probably just a step below the quality of the that Four Horsemen stuff. What I would like to pick up, but it's the import charges, the shipping and import charges, because they're a Big Bad Toy Store exclusive. It's the Fresh Monkey Fiction. They're doing 6-inch versions of Action Force inspired characters. So, like Baron Ironblood, Red Jackal, and the Red Shadows and things like that. They're figures that I'd like. And I think Kapow Toys have negotiated with them to supply the monster figures that Fresh Monkey Fiction are doing. So in that line, there is a black version of the Red Shadow. But like I said, this line of figures from Fresh Monkey Fiction, you get, like, you can pick up the Baron Ironblood, what would be the Baron Ironblood. And then you get the Red Jackal, but the heads are swapped. So, sorry about that.
Okay.
Someone's trying to pick me. It's Crockett and Tubbs. They're just they're all bothering me. I've lost my train of thought. It's time to go.
I forgot one pickup that I've got. I'll be doing a video on it at some point as well.
Oh, cool. Terrahawks.
But guess I haven't actually managed to test it yet. So I'm in theory it's supposed to be working. But guess how much the only other example of this is on eBay at the moment?
$1 million.
Come down a bit.
$500,000.
Still, well, it's 4 figures.
It's 4 figures. Wow.
Guess how much I paid for this?
30 quid.
30 quid.
30 quid. Wow. That's a good guess, isn't it?
That's a good guess.
Right.
I nearly thought that the bid didn't go through as well.
Sorry, I have to go. I'll speak to you soon. All right. Take care, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for joining us.
No worries. I'll speak to you both soon.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, so I saved myself £1,470 by bidding on this rather than getting it on a buy it now. That's got to be the saving of the week, surely. It's like, what? And it just goes to show how ridiculous that some people put prices. Some people put on Terrahawk stuff. Just a bizarre market. Like, no, do you really think someone's going to buy it at that? I mean, really?
No.
Because the fact that no one else bid for it, so I got it for the starting price, suggests that there is no demand for that at many prices, let alone 1,500. So it's like, what? Anyway, and on that bombshell.
Fair enough. Yeah, I do have a video going out on Friday. It's the unboxing and review sort of thing of this thing. So watch out for that one. And I need to edit another one as well because I've got something else to show you. But that'll have to wait for another time. And yeah, I think that's it then. I might not be in the live chat on that one on Friday night. We possibly may have guests. And if we do, then I won't be around to join
Sounds like
along with you. But
sounds like I'll be on the live chat for mine. So
yeah, so I do over to Andy's.
Sorry.
Flip between the two.
Yeah. 2 windows going.
Right. Well, I think we're about done, aren't we?
Yep. Definitely.
So, yeah.
Right. It's good night from me. It's good night from him.
And good night all. Tatty buys.